The first step we're going to walk through is how to install the T-harness for the GPS receiver. Here we're utilizing the John Deere Starfire cable and T, as well as the CNH adapter harness, which is A21147. These harnesses are included in the kit A21143. As you can see, there is a T fitting hardwired into the cable. You have your Viper 4 serial port connection, and we are going to add the CNH adapter harness onto the one end of our Starfire T harness. The next thing you want to locate is your Viper 4 display harness. It is best to have the Viper 4 display and associated cables that come with the update kit already installed into the tractor prior to installing your GPS cable. Make sure that those pieces are installed and harnesses are routed correctly prior to installing this GPS adapter cable. And if you follow those connections out, your very first connection that you're going to run into is a 9-pin serial connection, and it's going to be labeled GPS receiver and then DGPS on the tag. Your connection from your universal GPS harness is going to plug in to that connection on your display harness. The next step is going to be locating the navigation diagnostics port on your tractor. On front wheel assist tractors, and this is again on a newer style Magnum front wheel assist tractor, behind the seat there is a small cover panel. Once you remove the panel, there's a small diagnostic pin connection. Connect your universal GPS harness to that diagnostic plug. Again, there will be an empty or bare plug on that T-harness. Again, that's perfectly normal. Once you plug into your diagnostic port by your navigation controller, you are then able to route your harness back to the display harness. If you are in an articulated or four-wheel drive tractor, you must lift up the buddy seat and remove the parts container to expose the fuse panel and then locate the 12-pin diagnostic plug by your fuse panel. Once you've plugged or found your diagnostic plug, connect your universal GPS harness to that diagnostic plug and route your excess harness behind the seat, and then your harness installation is complete. The following steps are for a CNH display and receiver and tractor that is currently not using the navigation option. Make sure when you're going through either the instruction sheet or following along in this video, you pay special attention to make sure the correct tab is highlighted and the correct values are changed. From the main menu, press on the Diagnostics button. Once you get into Diagnostics, you need to scroll over and select the tab labeled RDI. Once you select that tab, you need to press the right arrow, as you have 4 directional arrows on your RDI window. Press the right arrow until it says Configuration in your dialog box above your arrow set. Once the configuration screen is reached, select the down arrow. We then select the right arrow until it says Port C Configuration in the orange box. Once the Port C screen is reached, select the down arrow. The following screen should appear on your display. Port C out should be set to off, and the Port B flow should be on. If it is not, we're going to go through the following routine. To change the settings, select the right arrow button and you will see the cursor start to blink where it says Port C out. Select the up button and the value for Port C out will change to off. Once those steps are complete, so port C is off, we then need to select the right arrow button and the blinking cursor will move to the port B flow is off line. Select the up button and the value for port B flow will change to on. Once you've turned port B flow to on, press the enter button to accept the changes you made on your dialog screen. After that step is complete, select the escape button to return to the port C configuration screen. Then press the left arrow. Once port B config label is in our orange box, we'll then need to select the down arrow and the screen should appear. The second line in your dialog box should read 8N10 NEMA, NMEA, 38K.4. If those values are not shown in the dialog box, use the following routine. To change the settings, select the right arrow until the blinking cursor is over where it says TSIP. Select the up button until it says NEMA or NMEA. Press the enter button to select the changes you have just performed. Once you've done that and the dialog box matches our correct information, then select the down arrow. The settings on this screen should be a CFG port B out and RTS/CTS is off. If not, use the right arrow to change the settings. Select the down arrow to move to the next configuration screen. On this screen, ensure that GGA is in capital letters. If GGA is not in capital letters, select the right arrow button until the cursor is flashing over GGA. Select the up button and GGA should go from lowercase to all uppercase letters. Select enter to accept the changes. Once those changes are complete, press the down arrow to move to the next configuration screen. On this screen, ensure that the VTG and ZDA messages are also in capital letters. If they are not, we must change them and select the right arrow button until the cursor is flashing over VTG. Select the up button and VTG should go from lowercase letters to uppercase letters. We then select the right button again until the cursor is over ZDA. Select the up button and ZDA should go from lowercase to uppercase, and then select enter to accept the changes. Select the down arrow to move to the next configuration screen. On this screen, ensure that the output is sent to ASAP. If the output is not, press the right arrow until again the cursor is blinking over the value you would like to change. Then use the up arrow to change the value and enter to accept the change. The settings should look as they do in the picture. Once that is complete, the setup of the CNH receiver is finished. Again, this only applies to tractors that are not using navigation as an option. Once those settings are complete, you can press your back arrow or back tab in the lower left-hand corner to get back to your main menu screen. Once those steps are complete, you then can reference the Viper 4 setup guide. Once you have good GPS signal, you can validate that the Viper 4 sees that GPS signal by following the steps in your setup guide, in your quick reference sheets for the Viper 4, as well as the instruction sheet that come with the kit referencing this GPS setup and cable installation